When my husband and I were leaders in Kenya, I had an opportunity to go into the bush with some other women. And so we loaded up in a big truck, and I sat in the front with the driver, and my translator sat in the back with some other women. And they started to describe a missionary that had served there before me. And they started to talk about all the mistakes that she had made. And the more that they talked, the more I just got sick to my stomach, because I realized that I had made most, if not all, of those mistakes myself. And so I just couldn't stand it anymore. And I said, oh, ladies, I feel so bad that I have made literally all of those mistakes. And one of the women, who actually happened to be my translator, she put her hand on my shoulder and she said, yes, Mama, you have made many mistakes. She said, but we know that you love us, and so it's okay. And I've never forgotten that, because I know that as a leader, I make many mistakes all the time. But I do hope and pray that the people that I serve with and serve know that I love God and that I love them. And that's probably one of the biggest lessons that I have learned as a leader. I do have to admit that I see all women as leaders, because it takes all of us working with one another and learning from one another and supporting and empowering one another to make a difference in this world. It's the women that just day in and day out carry on. It's the mother who gets up every morning and pours her heart into her children with no recognition from the outside world. It's the it's the old woman who has to care for her elderly husband, who probably doesn't even remember her anymore, but she honors her covenant and her commitment. It's the Sunday school teacher who every week goes and teaches the love of Christ to the children. And I quite often think about the woman who has come out of addiction, and she picks herself up and she turns and serves others who are going through the same ordeal. It's those women who inspire me the most. Everyday women who just carry on and carry out their commitment and their calling without any recognition. I think of my grandmother, who is a Salvation Army officer, and my mother, who is a Salvation Army officer. I have more opportunities than they could ever have imagined. And my daughter, I'm sure, will have even more than that. So things are changing for the better, but at the same time, the expectations are so much more. We women are expected to do it all. We're expected to take care of the family, to take care of our spouses. We're expected to be out in the community and volunteer. We're expected to be a part of the school PTA. There's so much that we are being asked to do. And so we need to, again, I keep going back to, we need to support one another, and we need to prioritize, and we need to let God tell us what we're to do, and not society and not anyone else. I would say don't try to be anybody else. Celebrate who God made you to be and all of your unique characteristics. I believe that God gives everyone gifts, special gifts, just for that particular person. So I would say develop those gifts. Find out what they are. Develop those gifts. Don't try to develop someone else's. Don't compare yourself to someone else, but find out what you are really good at, because God gave you that gift for a purpose. And just develop it to the best of your abilities, and I guarantee you that God will use you, and you will be amazed at what He does in you and through you.